Hi, my name is Anthony Bernaco, and this is Excel report number 3. As you can see on the screen here, we have our probability of the dice rolling. If we go over, we can see our theoretical probability, our odds, with our formulas, our odds against, our decimal, our percentages. Here's and then this goes all the way down throughout the whole thing. Here's our empirical probabilities. The sum of 6, product of 2 on 6 rolls, product of 2 on 60, 600, and 6,000. As you can see, as you get into the higher numbers, you get that law of larger numbers, and you get a better sample when doing multiple experiments with higher numbers. So the theoretical probability is probability of an event when all outcomes are equally likely. Theoretical table shows whatever odds are for an event. The die are a perfect example where all outcomes are likely. Empirical probability, or the relative frequency probability, is to approximate the probability of an event by making many observations and counting the number of times event A occurs. Moving on to number 2, binomial experiments. This is where we have a fixed number of trials. Each trial is independent of the others. There are only 2 outcomes, or the probability of each outcome remains consistent from trial to trial. These are the 2 formulas. So now we're looking at the probability of winning a scratch off. Here's the percentages. Seller's outcome, buyer's outcome. Seller's outcome for selling 5 million tickets. There's the revenue distribution for Arkansas, 51% unaccounted revenue. There's the revenue distribution for South Dakota and for Iowa. I picked these states because they had a better showing of than Arkansas. If it goes into their construction projects, road maintenance, and other things like that. Okay. Moving on to number 3. This is the the BMI. I did the BMI for me, my mother-in-law, and my father-in-law. Um, my BMI was so high that I had to lower it just to get onto the chart because my Z score wasn't even on the chart because I'm so fat I was off the charts. Um, for women, we have our standard deviation and our confidence intervals. We have the same thing for the men, and then you can see that I'm right here, all the way over there, and Ed, my father-in-law, is here, and me and him are in Weight Watchers together, trying to lose some weight. We have our stats here with our formulas for our normal distribution. Our numbers locked in. I have the 3 Z scores on the chart. Moving on to number 4, simple and compound interest rates and loans. Here we have the simple versus compound interest. Simple is down here, compound is up here. When we're investing, it makes the most sense to make sure that when we invest money that our money is earning interest on the compound interest and not the simple interest, so that our money is working at its highest capacity to make money for ourselves. So our money is earning interest off of the total amount accrued, not just the simple interest, but the total interest, this simple plus the compound interest already earned. If that makes sense, if I'm not messing that up. Here on the chart, we have our formulas. Here we have our analysis of the true cost of buying a house. Here's our formula for the monthly payment. We have our years, the monthly payment with all the numbers filled in. Total, the interest paid, years of the loan. We have our monthly payment. We have our monthly payment charts here. Shows how much we pay if we pay a little bit extra. Our total paid, our interest paid, months until payoff. How little goes a long way by making extra payments. This is subsidized loans and unsubsidized loans. Subsidized loan is where you don't pay any interest. The government pays the interest while you're still in school. Unsubsidized is it starts accruing interest as soon as the loan is taken out. Okay. Number 5, gathering data from population and samples. This is a chart on Americans by political party affiliation. Random sample of 25 voters. Republican approval for President Trump, Democratic approval for President Trump, independent approval ratings. Here's our probability of women and men in the armed forces, gender in the military chart, numbers by branch. And here's our different formulas to figure out our probabilities. It's the sum of the different numbers here. And number 6, this is with the 3D graphing. If we rotate these, we see that they're hollow underneath. There's shape number 2, which is just slightly different. And here's the 3D shape number 3 that I made with an aerial view so you can see the different contours. And that'll do it for Excel number 3.